EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Fox. Pride of Mass introduced to this with the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. The goal line. 9-30 at the 27. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. That time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Hurts to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always... And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Being stopped just before the 35. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They go play action with Hurts. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts. And it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Only able to get it to his own 20 after breaking through the contact. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's got some space here. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Flushed out right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From the 17, Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 43 is the mark. Hey, let's get this.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that up? Jarvis Landry, the 20. That he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. A give to Henry. And the stop. 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Landry now on the return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try. He's got it at the 15, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
So the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 2nd and 9, Bortles.
Got an open man, it's Ruggs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. To throw, it's Bortles. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Henry. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good game.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Throwing now is Bortles.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 49 the mark. 49 the mark. Pick it up.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Bortles. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Bortles. Caught by Jones. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after here coming up. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Patriots 34.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They're going to look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the field. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Bortles.
He's got Jordan complete right side.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Hurts throw taken in by Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Oh, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. It's caught by Aguilar. Well, crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Patriots, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.